Joe. Guys, welcome to Sunday's video. Let's just have a chat and then let's get on with the comments.
The extraordinary President of the United States, Joe Biden!
Ho, ho, ho!
Joe, it's not Christmas yet. It's Independence Day.
Happy Independence Day!
So what is the biggest threat to Canada, NATO, the world? What is the biggest threat? Is it Biden?
That's what the compact says, loudly and clearly. And now I want to hand it over to the President of Ukraine, who has as much courage as he has determination. Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin. President Putin. We're going to beat President Putin. President Zelensky. I'm so focused on beating Putin, we got to worry about it.
Nope, nothing wrong there. I can see he's definitely got all these marbles. He's definitely spot on with everything, that guy. Yeah, no problem there. So what could it be? Mr. Blair might have an answer. Could it be what Mr. Blair says?
But we are noticing a very significant level of activity directed towards Western societies and Western democracies by the People's Republic of China. In many respects, it is more insidious and more threatening to us. I think what we're seeing is a very overt action to undermine our public institutions, attack our critical infrastructure through various cyber attacks. I think in many respects, our response has been, I might even characterize it as somewhat naive, because we constantly attempt to defend ourselves from these daily attacks. But I think we need to be very outspoken to our own populations, as you mentioned.
Well, China. There's an eye-opener. Didn't see that one coming. What about Trudeau? Trudeau must know what the biggest threat to Canada, the world, and NATO is. Trudeau, what's the biggest threat?
Canada and NATO have long recognized an indisputable
The weather.
not only an existential environmental threat, but one of the defining security issues of our time.
Oh dear. Nope. Not having that. Freeland. Chill now.
I think we all recognize that the greatest threat posed today to global security, to NATO, to democracy, is the illegal Russian invasion of Ukraine.
Yeah, 4 different answers for what is the major threat to Canada or NATO or the world or whatever. And you can hear from each of the answers, they're all going to their own agendas. We've got Freeland with the Ukraine agenda. We got, well, Trudeau with the, obviously he's pushing his carbon tax into NATO and saying how he's the greatest thing since Dr. Spock stopped the Ice Age from happening in the 70s. And then we've got Biden, who just really isn't even part of this planet at the moment. He's totally off with the fairies. And Bill Blair, what the heck? Bill Blair, he's like, at least he's the closest. He's the most closest, especially for the USA and Canada, is that China and diplomatic affairs are possibly the biggest threat to the world and to Canada and possibly to NATO. So yeah, out of those 4, I think Bill Blair is the closest. Anyway, let's have a look and listen to your comments, guys.
D said, well, D-gur.
You only show the nicer comments.
Well, D-gur. We only get nice comments, but every now and again we'll get the odd idiot who then starts spamming the whole thing, but they disappear after a short while and we don't really want to encourage spam. So I pick the nice comments because mostly we get nice comments, and if you look through the comments, yeah, we get, okay, not nice comments, but comments that are focused on the video and focused on the project get rid of Trudeau in hand. Yeah. So yeah, that's why I don't, and when I do get spicy comments, I do put the spicy comments on, I do like the odd spicy comment. It spices up the comments day. But don't be putting them on just for that. Erasing history. Liberals are erasing more Canadian history. Yeah, they wanted to get rid of John A. Mack. I don't really want to say his name because I'm not sure if YouTube suppresses anything that Trudeau doesn't like. Anything to do with Canadian history, that is. Stuart said,
Can't wait to erase Trudeau from history, except for decades of painful financial recovery.
yeah, that's what we've got to look forward to, I reckon. Salt Knight said,
Winston Churchill famously said, those that fail to learn from history are doomed to repeat it. The Liberal Party has not failed to learn from history. They know history and are determined to doom every Canadian to repeat it. I'm gobsmacked at the audacity of the current leader and his minions, to be honest. Let's do our part. Let's vote in the Conservative Party led by a man of uncommon good sense.
yes, let's vote in common sense. Well said. DM said,
We still don't know who the traitors are sitting in the House of Commons.
that comment, there's a lot asking for that, a lot. That comes up more than once. User said,
Get rid of everything with Trudeau's name on it. Statue and airport comes to mind.
yeah, probably. We don't need lots of things. We might just need one thing that can have Trudeau's name on it, like maybe a storage plant or something to do with poop. That would be a great place to name Trudeau. Justin Trudeau's poop replant or recycling centre, or Justin Trudeau's landfill. Yeah, the Justin Trudeau landfill site. Gerard said,
Absolutely, you cannot change history to your liking. Mr. John A. Mack will forever be our greatest political figure in Canada and our very first Prime Minister. The man has his share of shortcomings and faults, but his positive contributions to the greatness of Canada well outdoes them all. Our current politicians are not worth a penny in comparison.
well said. Katie McLean said,
Canadian history will record Justin Trudeau as the most reviled person to ever sit in the highest office in Canada.
I think that's definitely going to be one of the main things that people will take from the Trudeau legacy, is that he was probably the worst and most expensive Prime Minister ever to reign over Canadians. The Awakening. You won't believe what Freeland is saying now. Yeah, that was a really weird thing that Freeland... It's not that she's not saying weird things, although she's not going ho ho ho. But she's definitely saying a lot of weird stuff. Leslie said,
They've been in power for 9 years and talk like they just came into power yesterday.
it's ridiculous, isn't it? The way that they think that, oh, let's do this, let's do that. Why have you been just spending the money fruitlessly all the time and not doing what you're supposed to be doing? And that's working for Canadians. Canadian taxpayers pay your wages, but you're not working for them. You're working for like the WE thingy-bobs and I don't mean wrestling. Working for other people and not for Canada. Ray said,
The arrogance of these Liberals is just mind-boggling. They caused the hardship.
Ken said,
Don't forget, this is the woman who thinks she can solve your financial problems by cancelling the Disney Channel. The woman is completely out of touch with reality.
yeah, that's, again, another strange thing. You know, if you're going to make a film or a program called Stranger Things, let's just do it on the Liberals. Deborah said,
Liberals need to do their job. They are supposed to look after Canadians, not putting them down like they are doing.
that's exactly what I say, Deborah. Exactly what I say. Bill said,
Life is hard, and I am completely deluded and incompetent, and we are collectively absolutely committed to doing that.
yeah. I like the way Bill talks in the third person, like Freeland talks in the third person. Taking back Canada with Katie.
Freeland. We'll add that to the growing list of names. Freebaser, Freeloader, and Fridge Raider.
Fridge Raider. Where you get that from, Katie? Schwag says,
No, life is harder. I am working harder, and the solution is... I understand the entire globe is in a crisis, but stop making it worse. I would work harder to know it actually made a difference.
well, it doesn't make a difference, does it? Because you work harder. Like, I used to do a lot of hours at work, a lot of hours. And although I'm a bit older now and I'm sort of semi-retired and trying not to do as many hours, because if I work over so many hours, the amount that I get on my paycheck is absolutely slashed with tax. and it's just pointless. It's pointless working them hours. Tone deaf, Trudeau speaks out about his future as Prime Minister. Anyone else see that before me, and see any other comments from other channels on that? Because he looked like a guy on the ropes, to be honest. The Smarty Mind said,
Now I think JT has mental health problems.
I think he's always had mental health problems. Taylor Maid said,
We want the list of the MPs guilty of treason.
told you, that comes up all the time. User said,
Building a better Canada? You're tearing it down brick by brick. Please, for once in your tenure, do the right thing and resign.
yeah, let's, it's not going to happen, no. Norm Nicholson says,
Pretty socks have holes all over, beyond repair.
definitely beyond repair. He could spend $220,000 on his socks and he still won't be able to fix them. Bill Scott said,
Canadians are strong and resilient. That's why we continue moving forward. They are not quite dead yet, and they still must have some money to steal.
yeah, that's a quote from Trudeau. And yeah, I think he's probably thinking of taxing your residential home, your actual home, the home that you live in. He wants to tax that now. That's what's going down the pipeline. Disinformation, media lies. Canadians talk disinformation, media lies, and who to vote for. And Slick said,
Why do Canadians care so much about what is happening in other countries? We have 338 counts of treason sitting in Parliament, homelessness, sick, starving, tent cities popping up everywhere. Let's focus on our own problems in Canada before sending any money or interfering in the affairs of foreign countries.
brilliant. Brilliant. What can I say? I can't, that's comment of the week, definitely. And D, who started the comments off, he's been, or she's been in the comments and does comment, but did ask, do we do the nasty comments? And we do if we get any, but we don't want any, thank you.
As a senior, I find a lot of other seniors very naive politically, etc. But the youth are just plain wacko in so many cases.
Yeah, my son only knows about what's going on because of what I know, and I'm educating him. And a lot of his friends, they haven't got a clue. They haven't got a clue. Anyway, if you stayed here this long, and you're part of the end of the video club, fewer regular viewers are choosing to watch this video. That was the disinformation video. That's probably because it was a really long video, and they didn't watch all of it, or it wasn't promoted as much. Plus, they've changed the thumbnails a little bit. Just leave us a comment. What do you think of the thumbnails or the longer videos? Do you prefer the 2 minute and then maybe an 8 minute video, or 2 minute and 6 minute video? Because that disinformation video, I could have split that up into like 3 videos and just had all 3 and just put it over the week. Do you prefer the longer video, or do you prefer the shorter, straight to the point videos? I know a lot of people say that I like this channel because we do get straight to the point. I definitely don't start waffling about, hey, how is everyone? Welcome back. Here's my coffee that I'm selling. Although we do sell stickers. Anyway, we could finish off with DM McNeil and say,
And we still don't know who the traitors are sitting in the House of Commons.
I told you that was a big one. A big comment. Anyway, let's move on. Have a great weekend, end of your weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Cheers, guys.